Trees. We see them mostly everywhere we go, regardless of whether you're walking, you're driving, there's some outside even right now. Now, trees provide more than just good scenery. They provide a good shade. This is a picture of a bridge where there was this huge tree my friends and I used to hang out under. During the summer, it really helped out because it provided good shade, but unfortunately it got knocked down. It was a lightning storm. I bet you guys remember that one summer we just had that one rainy week, and that's what happened. But nonetheless, it still provided shade. It provides us with oxygen, the whole process of photosynthesis. I'm not going to bore you guys with all that. I bet you guys took your biology courses, so you already know about photosynthesis. Provides animals with a place to have shelter and food also. And the squirrels, you know, they love hiding behind the trees, and once they see you driving, they just hop out just to scare the crap out of you. Provides humans with food. They've been around for such a long time. Humans have been relying on it and used fruits, any kind of plants for food. But since trees have been around for such a long time, one question does arise: what is the oldest tree that's on Earth that's found? The answer to that is the Methuselah. That is the oldest living tree known to man right now, currently. And the name basically translates into man of the dart or spear, and it relates and refers to the oldest man mentioned in the Bible. He was 969 years old. So basically they took the name Methuselah to basically synonymous to anything that's old. So anything that's old, that's why they named the tree that. It's found in the White Mountains near Bishop, California. The weather over there is pretty harsh. The summers are harsh, the winters are harsh. Now the tree itself, no one really knows where it is. It's unmarked for protection. Reasons for this is so no one cuts it down, and so there's no vandalism. But this is a grove where they think the Methuselah is. It's just a guess, but of course they don't want to put it out there. They don't want to take the risk of anyone going out to vandalize it. This is the guy that founded it, Edmund Shulman. He founded it in 1957, and at about that time the tree was 4,700 years old. And the way he figured this one out was he took core samples of the tree and he just counted the rings, so that's how he averaged the age to be. Now the Methuselah comes from a family of trees called the bristlecone pine tree. They have this very distinctive shape. It's very curvy, and the reason for this is, as I mentioned earlier, the harsh weather. The dry summers, the ice, the snow, everything eventually gets to it, so it gives it that distinctive shape. This is what the bark looks like. The color is orangish, brownish. It kind of looks like a stone passageway, but like if you look closer, it actually is the bark. This is what the pine cones look like. This is when it first starts out as a baby. The color is bluish purplish. I really like the color. It reminds me of like a fruit roll-up or something. As they get bigger, the maturity levels from 16 months to 2 years, and they get like real big brownish orangish color. And most trees use their energy to grow, but the Methuselah, the bristlecone pine trees, they use most of their energy for survival. As I mentioned earlier, that because of the harsh weather, it needs everything to use to protect itself. Now, if you think of the oldest tree in the world, you think it would be this huge thing, but the bristlecone pine trees only grow up to at least 60 feet at most. Most average size is about 20 feet. The pine cones play an important role in the tree's survival because the needles that grow on it last from 20 to 30 years, so as time goes by, it just keeps adding on. And the needles are about 1 inch long, so it does provide good shelter. This is what the wood looks like. It's good resistance to like insects and any other pest invasions, but as you can see, this is pretty old. I would say it's probably at least 2,000–3,000 years old, just because you can see the wear and tear on it. In 1964, they actually found another tree of the same family from the bristlecone pine tree. They called it Prometheus, and they found out that it was actually older, and it was about 4,950 years old. But they cut down the tree just to find out the core samples. So this is what's left of it. Obviously, it's not there just because they cut it down, and you can see the leftover bark right there. And this is where the trunk was. And this is one of the reasons why people don't want to let others know where the Methuselah is. They don't want to take the risk of it getting cut down. It's very beautiful. Trees are around. We should learn how to appreciate everything. Scientists want to cut it down just for other uses, but as Mark mentioned about the koala bears, animals need the shelter and the food. that the trees provide. So I think it's important that people should not cut it down just for scientific uses.